Hello students, I welcome you all to this session on electromagnetics or EMFT. So today in this session we are going to see the electric field due to a dipole. What is a dipole? What is the electric potential of a dipole? I have already discussed about these two questions in the previous video, and it is highly recommended that you go and watch the previous video first, because I will be using the electric potential of the dipole, and from the electric potential I will be deriving out the electric field in this video. Okay, so I hope you all have seen the previous video now. Now I hope you know what is a dipole. So this is my dipole, two charges which are equal and opposite in nature, which are separated by small distance d. So this is my distance d, and now here at the point P, this is my point P. At this point I need to find out the electric field due to this dipole. Okay, so I hope you all have seen the previous video and you know what is electric dipole moment as well. What was electric dipole moment? It was the charge multiplied by the distance. And what was the direction? It was from the negative charge towards the positive charge. And I hope you remember what was the formula to find out electric potential. So V was given by So this is my electric potential in volts. It is given by P cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. What is P? P is electric dipole moment. And from this formula of V only, I will be deriving the electric field. How? I hope you remember the formula. Okay, so the electric field is given by negative of dV by dr. I hope you remember this formula. We have seen its derivation as well. So electric field is minus dV by dr, and we know what is V, and we will be finding out the electric field at point P. Now look at the point P. The point P is distance r from the center of the dipole. So here we have d by 2 distance and d by 2 distance. So let's suppose this is my point O, and from the charge plus q to O I have d by 2 distance, minus q to O I have d by 2 distance. Okay, so let's take these points also. These points are my point A and point B. Okay, so now here we have this point P and the distance OP, we know it is R. Now due to this charge distribution, we'll be having the field. So we'll be having the radial type of electric field and the transverse type of electric field. So here we have the magnified diagram. It's the same diagram I have drawn here. So here we have ER. This is my ER, radial electric field, and this is my E theta. E theta is transverse electric field. Okay, so now if you see here, what is ER? ER, in the case of ER, theta is constant. Theta will be remaining theta only. Here if this is my theta, theta will be remaining theta only if I am moving along ER. Okay, so theta is theta only, but what is changing? R is changing. R is changing from R to R plus dr. Okay, so here you can see R is changing from R plus dr. So I can say this point PP1 is a small distance which is denoted by dr only. Up to OP we had R. PP1 is a small distance dr. Okay, so now here if I am moving along E theta in the transverse direction, then what is changing? Theta is changing. You can see R is almost constant. Okay, only theta is changing. Theta is changing from theta to theta plus d theta. Okay, so this is how my theta is changing. Now if I need to find out PP2, what is PP2? So here you can see, here if this is my R and this is my d theta, what is PP2? PP2 will be the arc, and it is given by R into d theta, radius into the distance. This is my arc PP2. So PP2 is given by R d theta, PP1 is given by dr. And let's suppose the final outcome of ER and E theta is given by E. So this is the outcome of, or the summation of ER plus E theta gives me E, and it is making an angle alpha with ER. Okay, so this is how I can define all of the things which are present here. So now what we need to find out? We need to find out two things. First is ER and second is E theta. If we'll find out both of them, their resultant will be giving me E. So we will be finding out E also. So what is ER? If I need to find out ER, so ER is given by minus of del V upon PP1. What is PP1? I know it is del R. So it is given by minus del V by del R. Why I have taken del? Why it's not differentiation only? Why it is partial differentiation? Because our theta is not changing. We are taking theta as the constant on PP1. Okay, so I will be taking theta terms as the constant and I will be differentiating with respect to R only. Similarly, I can say E theta is given by minus del V upon PP2. So E theta is equal to minus del V upon R d theta, because PP2 is R d theta. Okay, don't get confused why here we have 1 upon R as well, because this distance contain R factor. So this is the reason here we have 1 upon R factor as well. Okay, so now we will be finding out ER first. Okay, so ER will be minus del by del R of P cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. Now if I talk about P will be constant because my charges are not changing, distance is constant. So P will be a constant 4 pi epsilon naught. We know it's a constant, and cos theta will be constant in this case because we are taking the partial differentiation. Okay, so what will be the ER? So I have taken all of the constant outside the differentiation, and here I am left out with del upon del R of 1 by R square. Okay, so now we know this differentiation. We know the del of del R of 1 upon R square. So it will be minus 2 by R cube. Okay, and it is multiplied with the same thing, which is minus P cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught. So now from here I got to know one thing, that what is my ER. So we got a simplified formula of ER. Okay, so ER is 2p cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. So ER, I hope you understood how I found out ER. Similarly, in the same manner, I will be finding out E theta. Okay, so let's find out E theta now. Okay, so minus del upon R d theta of P cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square. So now we are differentiating with respect to theta. So this is the partial differentiation. It is del operator, and now here R will be constant, P will be constant, 4 pi epsilon will be constant. So I will be taking all of them outside, and let's see what will happen. Okay, so we are left with minus P upon 4 pi epsilon naught R cube del cos theta upon del theta. Now I know del cos theta upon del theta. It is minus sin theta. So now we'll be substituting it, and E theta will be equal to Okay, so E theta is equal to P sin theta upon 4 pi epsilon r cube. So here we have 2p cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon r cube. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out E. We know ER, we know E theta. We will be finding out E. So E will be given as under root E theta square plus ER square. So let's find out this. Okay, so now I have taken the squares. So what is the square of ER? ER square will be 4p square cos square theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube whole square. So here E theta square will be p square sin square theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube whole square. So here I have square. Okay, so now what we will be doing? We will be taking all of the things which are common outside the under root. So what will be left out with? So here we have p upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So these things I can take outside the square root, and what I am left out with? I am left out with 4 cos square theta plus sin square theta. Okay, so now this 4 cos square theta plus sin square theta, how I can represent it? I can represent it as 3 cos square theta plus sin square theta plus cos square theta. We know sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So now how I can represent my E? E can be represented as P upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube under root 3 cos square theta plus 1. Okay, so this is my resultant electric field. And now what about the direction? The direction is given by alpha, and we can find out alpha. So tan of alpha, so from here I can see I can make a perpendicular here. So this perpendicular will be my E theta. So now this is a right angle triangle. This is the right angle triangle. What I have done, I have translated E theta to the upside. So here, what is my tan of alpha? Tan of alpha will be E theta upon ER. So it will be E theta upon ER. What is my E theta? E theta, I know it's P sin theta. And ER also I know it is 2p cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So these things will directly get cancelled out. P and P will also get cancelled out. I know what is sin theta upon cos theta. So tan of alpha is given as 1 upon 2 tan of theta. Or I can say alpha is tan inverse tan theta upon 2. Okay, so this is how I can find out the direction as well. Okay, so now we can have two cases. Okay, so the first case is when the theta is 0. Okay, so case 1 I am taking. Okay, so when theta is 0, let's put theta is equal to 0 here. What will be the output? Cos of 0 is 1. So under root 3 plus 1 will be 4. Okay, so under root 4 is 2. So E will be equal to 2p upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. Okay, and if my theta is 0, tan of theta will be 0 and alpha will be 0. Now it's on the axis and it is called and on condition. Okay, so in the second case I can take theta is equal to 90 degree. So when theta is equal to 90 degree, so you can see cos of 90 is 0 and E is given by P upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. And what about alpha? If I have to find out alpha in this case, so alpha will be given as tan inverse of tan theta, now theta is 90 degree, tan of 90 is infinity, tan inverse infinity upon 2, alpha is 90 degree. So this is the condition which is called broadside on condition. So the first case when theta is 0 is and on condition. The second case when theta is 90, it's broadside on condition. Okay, so I hope you understood how we have different electric field in these two cases. Here in this case, our point P is on the axis itself, and here we have the axis perpendicular to our axis of the charges. So here I will be concluding my session. I hope you understood each and everything. Still, if you have any kind of doubt, you can feel free to contact me, or you can put the doubt in the comment. My email ID is also available in the link. You can contact me through Facebook or Instagram as well. So I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it with your friends, subscribe the channel, and do push the like button. And I will be coming up with the next video really soon. I hope you will be joining me in the next video. Thank you so much.